Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Casher here, YS Stocks and Options. And what we're seeing here is it's a daily chart, right, on a 1 year basis. We haven't done these in a while as far as the forecast is concerned, but some of you guys were really interested in us bringing this back. So here we go, right? So right now we're looking at the QQQs, and believe it or not, we had a crazy, crazy market this past week, right? The market pretty much closed extremely bearish after Federal Powell came in and said that 75% rate hikes was actually on the table. So as you can see, we saw bearish, right? A huge bearish candle here for Friday, and on Thursday, right? Similar bearish engulfing candle here. So with this, and also as you can see, the volume here increased, right? I always consider volume as motivation. So I call this motivation for of buyers or sellers, right? A lot of motivation here for sellers. So on Monday, right? On Monday, I really think we're going to see a slight pull up, right? And the reason for that is because we have a lot of companies reporting earnings, right? A lot of companies are reporting earnings on this week. If they do well, they probably go a little bit high. But overall, for the QQQs, I see the Qs testing this region here, right? So my overall assessment forecast for the Qs is $318.86, right? CCI is trending downward. Stochastics trending downward as well, right? Trending downward here, the stochastic says. But these huge bearish candles here, and also the high increase in volume, just leads me to believe that the Qs continue to go on a downtrend, right? Slightly rally maybe on Monday, but overall it's going to go a little bit lower. Okay, let's look at the IWM. Very similar chart with the IWM, right? And this is the Russell 2000, right? So the same thing IWM, but it's actually sitting like just like the Qs at a major support area. See this major support area here, right? Very close to that major support area. So I think it's going to test that support area in 190, 145. But overall, again, right, spike in volume for sellers, right? High sellers being motivated for this particular stock to go, well, ETF to go a little bit lower. Right, we're seeing that CCI is going down, stochastics trending downward as well. Right, my overall assessment for this one and forecast for this one is going to be definitely going to be bearish, right? Bearish, bearish, bearish. If we get a little volume here to test this support area, right, we may see a slight little pop up, right? So it's really indicative of what the volume is here on Monday, right? I think Monday it might try to go up a little bit, right? But overall, I'm going to be bearish on this particular ETF here. And I'm going to say to test for the week. Test, we'll go conservative 188. 188, conservative here, 188, right? Let's go to the diamonds. All these charts look the same, right? All the charts look the same. Diamonds bearish. This is a bearish engulfing candle here. Look at that. Thursday, right? The next day, boom. This is Friday. I'm still seeing, right, more downfall, right? More down for the diamonds, and I'm going to put it here, which is 28, 20, 29. Right. Right there. All right, so forecast for this one, $334, about $4 down. Nice, probably slight little pop on Monday, but overall, I think looks like it definitely wants to go down, especially if we look at the weekly chart, which we'll do that right thereafter. So it's good at the S&P 500. Very similar chart, ladies and gentlemen. Very similar chart. The only difference in this one here that I kind of wanted to go over was this, right? We traded this in particular a little while ago. So this is called a fan, right? This is a fan lines here or support areas, right? Check out the other segment that we did here where we actually talked about the fan lines themselves, what exactly they are, what they represent. But basically they're support areas, right? And once they're crossed, right, you're expected to reverse, boom, right? Crossed here, boom, you reversed up, crossed, reversed up, crossed, reversed up. And what we're seeing here is S&P 500 coming very, very close to this line right here, the support area, right? Which is $425, but a huge, huge spike in volume on Friday. Lead me to believe that even though we might have a little pop on a Monday, we'll definitely be careful with possibly it coming to the downside on the long-term projection. So for this one, again, earnings being a huge factor, and also we don't have any reports on Monday. Tuesday, the only major report that I'm tracking is that we're gonna have the I think real estate at the homes are gonna be very important this week, right? So I'm expecting a quick little bounce here, right? Quick little bounce here on Monday, right? Quick little bounce, but overall for the S&P 500 after that quick little bounce, I'll say it's gonna test here 416 bucks. Put here 29. Don't test that 416 range. Now what I want to do, I want to look at the weekly chart for each and every one of these predictions that I just had. Let's start here with the Qs. No, not the Qs, but the S&P 500. Right? Again, following the same guidelines, volume, right? Heavy volume last week for selling, right? So sellers are definitely motivated. CCI is trending downward on this one particular. Look at this percentage case almost crossing percentage delta. And this is a telltale sign for more price action, more for the downside, right? As you can see, you've seen it several times, like right here, boom, right? Stochastics crossed, boom, it went down. Of course, it was oversold too. Yeah, so definitely expecting the S&P 500 to come down a little bit. Given those, all the signs there, right? Again, weekly chart. This week for the QQQs, same thing. Oh, geez. Look at that. The Qs are almost crossing on a weekly chart. Bearish territory, super bearish territory here, right? I'm definitely going to be expecting the Qs to come down lower in the next few weeks to come. So buying puts here, of course, maintaining your risk mitigation is definitely a great idea when it comes to that. So I'm expecting the Qs to come down a little bit. Boom, right? Russell 2000, right? Volume here, right? Almost crossing. This is a sell signal here once it crosses the green, right? Cross, stochastics cross here. Boom, sell signal. Man, the overall market just looks like very, very bearish, doesn't it? I wouldn't be surprised the diamonds show the same thing. Oh, the diamonds, okay, the diamonds look like they want to trend up a little bit, right? The stochastics still trending downward though, but this is a bearish candle here. So I wouldn't be as bearish on the diamonds, right? As I would on the rest of the market, right? Because look here, right? Even though this is a low, it made a higher low, right? It made a higher low here, which is definitely a bullish sign, right? Higher low. So we'll see what the diamonds do. I think they definitely may come down a little bit for the next weeks to come, but overall they won't be hurting or coming as down as hard as the mega tech company, the S&P 500. So guys, let me know what you guys think. Again, this is the market forecast, and we try to do these for weeklies, right? Overall, the market, that means the S&P 500, QQQ, Dow Jones Industrial, and the Russell 2000. We're expecting those to go just a little bit lower next week. Even though we have some companies reporting earnings, we have mega tech companies reporting earnings, Apple, Microsoft, right? Tesla just had a monster earnings this past week, and then we have other major companies too. But overall, we may see a slight little pop on Monday for the market, but that's going to be very short-lived. Right? I always tell my guys to always practice logic over emotions, and more importantly, we'll see you guys at the finish line. Peace and be blessed. One.